Hey, Chris Peavy of Peavy RESALE here. I had the pleasure of going to Thriftcon 2023 here in Houston, Texas just recently, and I came up with this idea to ask business owners and entrepreneurs what inspires them to do what they do. I opened that discussion up with a few of these business owners, entrepreneurs, vendors. And first of all, I want to thank each and every one of them for taking the time to answer that question for me. And I know I put them on the spot a little bit there, but I am so gracious that you guys were able to help me out through my journey through entrepreneurship as well. I also resell clothing online, mainly through eBay and a couple other social platforms. But I've got a lot of learning and a lot of growing to do. And so yeah, my question was, what inspires you to do what you do? And I'd like to answer that question myself as well. What really inspires me is, the underdog story of those people who came from nothing, that have nothing, that just built this huge business, this empire, this thing that is just so unimaginable that they can take it to, the next level and the next level and the next level and just get better and better and better. And they're so resourceful and just businesses that came from the dirt, basically. Those have always been inspiring stories to me. And next is the community, the people that come together to help one another, to, that network that, help a business help them, it's a two-way street. And when everybody wins at the end of the day, that's a success, Thriftcon and their journey and their story is very inspiring to me as well. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to kind of showcase some of these vendors at Thriftcon Houston. And I encourage you guys as well to answer and kind of comment on what inspires you guys as well through your journey through entrepreneurship or just through life in general.
All right, so my name's Humberto. I am the CEO and founder of Vintage Packs. Started it in 2017. I was in the music business. I was in the production, and I had a whole bunch of failed ventures. Was in the television, and then the television station closed down. I still got into painting. I sold a couple paintings. I went thrifting, listed something online, sold a jacket, and then I never stopped. Now I work with 12 of my friends. We run a pretty big online business, and we travel with Thriftcon. It's just, I don't know, what keeps you going is, tasting a little bit of success, tasting a little bit of progress, and keep growing, and just, you never know what it can turn into. So, here we are today, and I was just telling my guys it's like day one all over again, because now there's new mountains to climb, there's new things to do, and we want to evolve into something bigger and better as we, continue. And as the game catches up with us and what we do, we want to continue to push the lines and continue to just really revolutionize what this is and what this can turn into, and then eventually transfer into our own brand and our own merch and our own designs and fashion and stuff like that. So, I don't know what I draw inspiration from other than my friends, like the people I work with. I think with them being such an age gap, we just kind of click, because I'm the oldest in the group, and then we have a 19-year-old, 21-year-old, 24, 26, 28. So, we're cover a whole decade of just interest. So, that's what kind of keeps me motivated. They keep me motivated, having my friends work with me. And you wake up and you do what you love. I haven't worked in 6 years, so, just continue to keep pushing forward and just believe that something can happen no matter what odds are against you, no matter what it looks like. Just keep working, outwork anybody, outwork everybody, outwork yourself, and the results will speak for themselves. It's proven, so.
All right, y'all, it's the Thrift God, live and direct, thrift, heaven vintage, hey, bestowing blessings. Now what got me into the thrift was when I was young and I wanted these guys. Excuse my hair. Vintage snapbacks for cheap. The only place to get them was a thrift. So I sifted, I dug, and ultimately I wanted to look like Tyga. It is what it is. Hey, fast forward 11 years later, I'm here slinging gear, paid off my house, earn a living, do what I love, recycle clothes. It's awesome.
What's going on, man? For resale with Roundhouse Vintage. So yeah, started doing this about, man, I lost count, but maybe like 7-8 years ago. Just hitting the thrift stores hard, loving vintage. Grew up in the 90s, so it was a lot of like nostalgia for me. You know, that's what attracted me to this. Just seeing the stuff that I grew up with, seeing the stuff that I couldn't have, and eventually, you know, thrifting for me, but then started stacking up on all kinds of stuff, and it became a business, kind of by like not planned, you know. So it started going from there. We started doing some good deals, hitting the pop-ups hard, and that's when I brought my son along, Fabian, which he's another part of Roundhouse, a big part of Roundhouse, and you know, from there, got lucky enough to link up with David Tipping from the Tipping Point, and blessed us with an opportunity to have a storefront, and that just meant I had to grind it out harder and find more resources for this stuff, and eventually brings us to now where, you know, we kind of like focus on a variety of vintage, not just 90s anymore. So it's from like denim to outerwear to 50s, 40s, you know, all around vintage store, you know. So, and that's where it brought me to now. And you know, I think if I didn't really love doing this or finding this or having a passion to just find these grails, these crazy pieces, I wouldn't be here. You know, like it would still. This is what, like, the part that I love is still finding out these pieces, you know, like that I wouldn't change for anything. The business part came later, so I fell in love with it first through that, and then it grew into a business, and I think that's what keeps us going, you know. So yeah, so we're in the game for close to 10 years now, and like I said, our storefront, you know, downtown Houston, 214 Travis Street, man. So if y'all have time to check us out, please do. Appreciate it.
Guys, my name is Laith. I'm the owner of Thrifted Threads. A little bit about me and what inspires me to do this. My family originally started in the industry in '98, and I really believe in selling textiles and really pushing the industry into a better, more positive way. Thank y'all very much.
So, man, what inspires me really is just personal style, like learning to dress yourself for self-love. You know, like a lot of people don't know how to dress, or maybe just don't really have it, you know. But like, if you could just dress your body right, you can, like, learn to love yourself, you know what I mean? And it'd be like a full sense of self-expression. Also, I do vintage clothing because I want people to like get the fuck out of the mall, bro. Like, quit polluting with clothing. It's everything iconic has already been made, so you don't have to go to H&M or Zara, who pollutes the earth and then pays people bad wages. Instead, you could do vintage. So I'm passionate about style, but really vintage and reuse and recycle things, because we try to be good, take care of the earth, take care of each other. So it all goes together, you know. I guess that's what it's right.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm David with BACKSTOCK Co. I'm here at Thriftcon. We're here with another big booming day. I want to show you guys these t-shirts that I design and print in Denver, Colorado at my studio. Very inspired by vintage clothing. You know, like the fit. So this is a shirt that I made a couple months ago. It's really faded though. I put it on my roof actually to sun fade, get really beat up. I also like to design everything in a very 90s color palette, broken down into like 6 colors, very inspired by the old vintage shirts that you'll find around here at other booths. We print them ourselves, so they're modern, I guess, so the price is good, people love the price, and we hope that it'll be future vintage one day. So, you know, don't know where they'll be in 20 years, but you know, maybe they'll be in other vintage booths at future Thriftcon. So, yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Awesome.
Yo, what's up? Social media. This is Topper from GOODFAIR. The question is, what inspires me to be in the secondhand vintage business? Well, I think that there's just a huge opportunity for consumers to want to shop secondhand. With clothing waste being one of the biggest problems with the environment and fast fashion just taking over everything. I think Americans throwing away 80 pounds of clothing per person per year provides an incredible opportunity for American consumers and consumers around the globe to want to participate in the secondhand economy. So I just want to be a part of that. I do not want to be a part of, you know, this crazy manufacturing with very bad manufacturing conditions and things like that. I want to be able to take what's already made and be able to offer it to people around the globe. So that's it.
Hey, how you doing, man? This is United States Vintage Service here. This is a small bin. It's the debut. We do have a bigger one open Friday through Sunday every weekend in Houston. And I just enjoy it, man. It's all about the people. These are collector's items almost at a certain point, man. Everybody collects something different. They're interested in something different. What strikes them is different than the other person. And the conversations are never the same. So it's just the retail environment of this, I don't know, it's just very interesting to me. And these vans making retail a little bit different and not having to have a store space and do the same thing everybody else does at the end of the day is what keeps me, you know, doing it. Is why I enjoy it. So, you know, y'all come stop by, man. This one will be out, you know, and then sooner. And then the big band, like I said, Friday through Sunday every weekend.
I think what inspires us to like do business and just keep creating stuff is just we feel like there's always a need for stuff, and we want to inspire others. So we're very community based, and so we love bringing people with us. Like our friend, he has a print shop. We brought him with us today. And so yeah, we love putting people on and doing community, and then also just being able to inspire others through like the stuff we make.
What inspires me and creating and just working for myself. I like working for myself, but I also like working with my friends. Like he said, I like bringing on people, and I was into clothes before there was any money in it. So it's like I kind of fell into it, and I love it, and it's just what I do. So thank you.
My name is NOREAGA. My IG is NOREAGA Vintage, or Nasty NOREAGA. You should know me by that.
Okay.
I got a pretty okay looking Depop.
Yeah, man. What inspires you on a daily basis through your journey in entrepreneurship?
I have a lot of good friends in my corner, man, who like just keep me uplifted. Like I use these clothes to build like great relationships with people, and the money's cool, but like just what I've been able to do from just selling vintage has been like incredible. Like last year I get to hit like 7 different cities just off of like my own hard work and off something I really love.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? It's your boy Sneaker Tom calling all the way from New York City, man. Basically, man, what got me into fashion was the sneakers, the clothes, the drip, the ideas behind me putting the concept into the fashion. You feel what I'm saying? It's an art to me. You feel me? When I look at fashion, I look at art. I look at it as meaningful. You feel what I'm saying? I put the colors together, and it brings out life. Everybody can feel what I do. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to bring that New York City drip all the way to Houston. And you know, BILLZ got to get paid. We turning BILLZ into billion. This is my brand right here. BILLZ got to get paid no matter what you do in life. BILLZ got to get paid always in all ways. The error doesn't become a mistake unless you as a human being refuse to correct it.